everyone, welcome to my channel Easy Learning. In today's video, I will be explaining you exercise 15.3 of the chapter Introduction to Graphs. So to begin with question number 1, you have to draw the graphs. There are 3 parts in this question. Draw the graphs for the following tables of values with suitable scales on the axis. So you see in the first case, number of apples are given and the cost in rupees is given. Right, for one apple it is 5 rupees. As the numbers of apples are increasing 1 2 3 4 5, in the same proportion the cost of apple is increasing. For one apple it is 5 rupees, for two apple it is 10 rupees, for three apple it is 15 rupees. So it is increasing in the same proportion. We have to represent this table here on a graph. So what we have done, we have taken x-axis as an horizontal x-axis and vertical y-axis. On x-axis we have taken number of apples. It is very important to declare what you have taken on both the axes. And here if you see, I have taken cost in rupees on the y-axis. Now here if you see the scale of the number of apples and cost in rupees, I have taken as number of apple is 1 2 3 till 5 only. So we don't need to skip any values. We have directly written 1 2 3 4 5 because the range is very short. Here it is from 5 to 25. So again I have, without skipping any numbers, we have taken 5 10 15 20 and 25. Now let's mark these on the graph. Number of apple is 1, then cost is 5. So this is number of apple and the cost is 5 rupees here. So this is going to be the first position, right? Now second, 2 apple, it is 2 apple and the cost is 10 rupees. For 3 apple it is 15 rupees. So we will go 15 here, and this is for 3. When the apples are 4, it is going to be 20 rupees. So it increasing in the same proportion. And for 5 apples it is going to be 25 rupees, right? So this is how we have got all the locations of the points. Now if you join all the points, you are going to get a graph like this. Now the scale. What will be the scale on x-axis? If you want to write the scale on the x-axis, what is the scale here? If you see 2 unit boxes representing how many apples? This is 1 unit box, this is another unit box. So 2 unit box is representing 1 apple, right? And similarly, if you want to write the scale for y-axis, what it is going to be? 2 unit boxes representing how many rupees? How much rupees? 2 unit box is representing rupees 5. So this is how it is very important to write the scale. I hope this question is clear. Let's see the B part of this question. In B part, it is a distance traveled by a car. So this is the time in hours given: 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 a.m. and 9 a.m. So 6 a.m. it covers a distance of 40 km. Now in another 1 hour it reaches to 80 km, another 1 hour 120. So you see here, as the time is increasing, in the same proportion the distance is also increasing, 40 km per hour. So you have to show it on the graph again. Now here I have made use of kink. Why I have used kink? Because if you see here, in the 2 unit box I have taken a gap of 1 hour. But here it is a gap of 6 hours. So I have suppressed certain values. Similarly here on the y-axis, the distance, it is a gap of 40 kilometers, right? And here in 2 boxes, it is also a gap of 40 kilometer. So we really don't need kink on the y-axis, right? It is not required kink on the y-axis because the gap is same on both. Now, let's mark the points. So 6 a.m. the distance covered is how much? 6 a.m. the distance covered is 40 kilometers. So this is 6 a.m. This is 40 kilometer. First point. Then 7 a.m. it goes till 80 kilometers. Here it is. Now 8 a.m. it is 120. So 8 a.m. and this is your 120 here. And 9 a.m. is how much? 160 kilometers. Now let's join all the points. This is your graph. Now the scale, if you want to write, if you see 2 unit box on x-axis, 2 unit box is representing how much? 1 hour. And similarly for y-axis, your 2 unit box is representing how much kilometer? 40 kilometer. So this is how we can write the scale. Now with this question, there are 2 parts in this question which says, how much distance did the car cover during the period 7:30 a.m. to 8 a.m.? So if you see, this is 7 a.m. and this is 8 a.m. Somewhere this is your 7:30 a.m. We have to calculate how much distance has been covered in this period from 7:30 to 8 a.m. So if you see 7:30 a.m., 7:30 is which point? 7:30 is this distance and 8 a.m. is this distance. So 120 and this corresponding to this is 100, right? So the distance will be how much? 120 minus 100 kilometers means 20 kilometers. So this much, it means in half an hour the distance covered is 20 kilometers, right? Second part, what was the time when the car had covered a distance of 100 kilometers? So where is 100 kilometer? Here it is, we have just marked. Corresponding to this, if you see the time, what is the time here? 7:30 am. So the time corresponding to 100 kilometer distance is 7:30 am. So these were two parts of this question. Let's see the next question, which is of similar type. This is interest on deposits for a year. So these are the amount deposited and this is the simple interest on this amount. Okay. So again, what we will be doing, we have taken deposits on the x-axis and we have taken simple interest again in rupees on the y-axis, right? So when this is 1000 rupees, 80 rupees. So again you see, with the increasing deposits, the simple interest is also increasing in the same proportion, right? So let's mark it. When 1000 rupees are deposited, there is an interest of 80 rupees. For 2000 rupees, it is 160 rupees. For 3000 rupees, it is of 240 rupees. For 4000 rupees, it is again 320 rupees. And for 5000, it is 400 rupees. So these all are line graphs because you are getting collinear points. If you see, all the points in these three graphs are lying on the same line. So these are your line graphs we have got here. Let's write the scale. 2 x-axis, 2 unit box is representing how much? 1000 rupees, rupees 1000. And similarly, if I want to write for y-axis, 2 unit box is representing how much rupees? Rupees 80. Because if you see, this is 80. 160 minus 80, 80. 240 minus 60, 80. 320 minus 240, 80. So it means 2 unit box is representing 80 rupees. So this is how we have done this question. There are certain question answers. Does the graph pass through the origin? So for this, what we will do? We will extend this line, right? And we see the graph passes through the origin. This is the origin where both the axes intersects each other. So yes, the graph passes through the origin. Second part of the question is, use the graph to find the interest on rupees 2500. So where is 2500 rupees? Here in the middle, right? Between 2000 and 3000 rupees. This is your 2500 rupees. The question is, how much is the interest on this? So if you corresponding to C, this is the point, and if you see here, how much is this? This is going to be how much? 240 and 160. So you can take the average of that, will give you the middle value, and which will be rupees 200. 400 upon 2 is 200. So this will be rupees 200, right? Third part, to get an interest of 280. So 280 rupees is here between 240 and 320. How much money should be deposited? So we will see the corresponding line to this. So this is your 280 corresponding to this. How much money is this? Between 3000 and 4000 rupees. And what it is going to be between 3000 and 4000 rupees? 3500. Right? Because 3000 and this is 4000, and exactly in the middle of this you are getting 3500 rupees. So this was question number 1, which has 3 parts in this exercise. Please see my next video for the explanation of question 2. Till then, take care. Bye bye everyone.